Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Speed Build Saturday. Today we're building in Brindleton Bay, and I'm actually replacing this crazy cat lady's house with somewhere that she'd still like to visit. I'm actually building a cute little cat cafe today. I figured why not ring in December with something a little bit cozy, kind of fluffy. This build ends up having a pretty blocky sort of feel to it, but I wanted to keep it in that sort of New Englandy Cape Cod sort of style, and I think I kind of hit the nail on the head with this one. It ends up blending in pretty well with the buildings around it, and it looks pretty at home on the docks, I think. And then that whole huge side room is actually where the cats are going to be able to play and stuff, although I'm positive that they'll end up on the counters and stuff too, but they're cats, what are you going to do? And then the main entrance is where the cat-free, quote-unquote, dining will be. And might I say thank goodness for the fact that this sort of style has such simple roofing techniques. It was super easy to get this sort of vibe going. This is actually one of those few rare builds that I knew almost exactly what I wanted this thing to look like inside and out from the time I started drawing it up, and that made this go super fast. If you noticed, we're not like blinking throughout existence. You can actually see what's going on and see me kind of scroll through some more choices in this one because it didn't take me 3 to 5 hours to do this, so that's always nice. And right about here is where I figured out that I just couldn't resist my little side sunroom that I seem to love so much because I want one so badly. But I mean, seriously, you can sip your coffee, pet adorable little cats, and watch the rain outside all in one spot. Who wouldn't love that? Now, when I say I knew what I wanted it to look like, I meant architecturally speaking. I had no idea what kind of siding I wanted to use on the outside. I know I wanted to have sort of like a two-tone sort of vibe with like a siding and a stone, but it's really hard for me to find a stone or a brick that I like a lot of the time in this game for whatever reason. They're all just a little disappointing when you get down to it, but thankfully there was a swatch that matched the top siding with brick already laid into it, so I didn't really have to choose that much. I decided to keep these bathrooms pretty simple since they're just a couple of public bathrooms. There's 2 stalls and there ends up being 1 sink in each bathroom because the secondary sink was going to block one of the stall doors, so that wasn't going to work. And then I ended up color coding the bathrooms for whatever reason. I usually don't do that, but it is what it is. And again, I kind of struggled with how I wanted to decorate this place tonally speaking. I started off with this really light floor, and then eventually I ended up changing it to, I believe, a dark floor out in the main dining room and then a lighter floor in here. Now, it's kind of funny that I'm putting up a cafe this week, considering that this past week at work I kind of miffed my finger trying to do a display cake and ended up having to get 3 stitches, which is cool, but I just thought it was kind of ironic since we've got all these baked goods staring at me. And I believe this is the final time that this floor in here gets changed. We might end up changing the dining room one more time after this. I'm not entirely positive. And then I finally figured out that I wanted to really have this place be kind of warm and inviting. Since it's on the docks, it's going to be a little cold and rainy outside kind of often. So I decided to go with a couple of different wood tones on the inside just to kind of give it that warmth and welcoming sort of feeling. And back behind this counter, I tried to really make it look like they might actually be able to make you some of these sweets and drinks back there, because I know the cafe that came with Get Together doesn't exactly look like they could actually service you, since there's only the teeny tiny little espresso counter. Well, I guess I was wrong and we went with a light floor in the main dining and a darker floor in the kitty cat playroom, but I remember why now. And the why is because I had seen the cool little grass type looking rugs from Snowy Escape, and I thought that they would be really cute underneath of those stick scratching posts. It ends up looking like oddly nice and natural, which I actually really like. As I'm furnishing in the cat dining room, I'm really trying to make it welcoming to as many cats as possible. So there's plenty of spaces for them to lay down and sleep, plenty of bowls for them to get food out of, places for them to scratch, and then obviously people for them to get pets from. And I decided to add all these curtains because I figured it would be nice to have the choice between being able to see the rain and being blinded by the sunlight. So I figured you would like to be able to draw the drapes if you had the choice. And for once, I tried to be pretty strict on my pack usage, so you should only need a few packs to really get the most out of this cat cafe, which should be cats and dogs get together, and I want to say probably Snowy Escape as well. I wanted to add just a little bit more dining outside since there isn't a whole lot of cat-free space, and then I matched the table umbrellas to the curtains inside just because I figured it would be pretty cute to see that dichotomy between the inside and the outside that's only separated by a window. I really wanted to put a cat on the side somewhere, but it really just didn't end up working out quite the way I wanted it to, or I was just being too stubborn and too impatient to do it the proper way like I did the first time. But honestly, you can tell it's a cafe, it's on the dockside, you can see the cat trees. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. But with the final few decorations put around outside, I can start doing the lighting both inside and out for this place because I really don't like how those little saucer lights just kind of go boom, here's the light, deal with it. So I tried to get a little bit softer lighting in here, and I realized that having some candles probably isn't the best idea in a cat cafe, but there's sim candles, they'll be fine. But after I get the lighting all sorted out, it'll be time for the tour. So I will see you guys in just a second back in the live mode so that we can see some kitty cats taking over this place. And here we are back in game on a perfectly dreary morning, which is honestly perfect for Brindleton Bay. That's just the weather that it's always like here, I feel like. But as we walk through the front door, you can actually see that this place is pretty poppin' already. It seems to be pretty popular with the local crowd, which go figure, it's the cats and dogs home world. They're gonna like cats and dogs in this home world. But I'm pretty surprised. There's a lot of Sims here. The bathrooms aren't really anything to look at so much, just a red one and a blue one. But as we move around this way, oh, there's a kitty cat on the ground, and then I see one creeping around on the counter back there. You're not supposed to be up there, silly. But over here we've got our cute little kitty cat playroom where they can scratch up their claws on these nice little sticks, or obviously you can play with them with a laser pointer. They can take a nice cozy nap or get something to eat when they're hungry, because any cat's welcome here. Your cat, my cat, any stray cat that's hungry. But that is just about everything. So this is going to be up on the gallery as the Neko Wafer Cafe, because Neko means cat, wafers I feel like go with coffee, so Neko Wafer Cafe. But I hope you guys enjoyed the build. Go ahead and leave a like down below if you liked it. Comment with something you'd like to see me build in the future. Subscribe if you're new. And then as always guys, have a good day. I'll see you later.